I wonder what's taking the Malistocrats so long to get here. Is it difficult to find this location, I wonder? Well, it's okay. I've only been waiting here for 30 minutes. It's not too long. Oh! Greetings, there you are. Did I just get here? No. No, but I've only been here for 5 minutes. So it's not been long. It's not been too long. Well, what are you doing? Come stand with me under my umbrella. Yes, of course. All of you could be under the umbrella. This is not an ordinary umbrella. It is a magic umbrella, and an infinite number of you can fit under here. So don't be shy. Yes, no worries. I hope you're ready for our first night watch shift. It's nothing too crazy. We just have to stay awake and make sure the shadows don't do anything. Nothing at all. We just have to keep watch. And I suppose while we do that, we can chat about anything, really. We can have a good chat. And just, as the modern mortals say, we can hang out. I'm rather unfamiliar with this phrase because hanging out sounds like we may be hanging, from what? But it's fine, as long as you understand. Thank you so much for the tip, Silver. Apologies for keeping you waiting, Lady Malice. Good ever morning. Allow me to lend you some of my mana and to keep you company for the night watch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all of the energy that all of you have brought here tonight. It's going to be very, very useful to fend off the shadows as we so need. That will be our main task for tonight. So keep your eyes open. Stay alert. Yes. Well, shall we go inside then? I have prepared a rather cozy indoor environment for you today. I think you might enjoy it. It is a dark, rainy night today, so I think it would be good to have a nice indoors area to hang out, would it not? Alright. Let's head over there. State of Hand, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you. This will help us as we move over to the next location. There we go. Now that we are sufficiently indoors, allow me to put down my umbrella and come just a little bit closer. Kabusame, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Are you, as the mortals say, a yapper? Well, shall we find out? Shall we find out? Roberto, thank you for the tip. Allow me to take a sip of my face coffee before I partake in the energy exchange, Your Majesty. Of course, please take your coffee however you like. Please. I too am having a glass of raspberry juice on this fine evening. Allow me to hold it in my hand. It may appear as a teacup, but today the juice is red. Yes. Anonymous gifter, thank you so much for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And congratulations to everybody who has a gifted sub. Thank you. Am I a bit sleepy this morning? Actually, I took a quick 30-minute, well, was it even 30 minutes? Maybe a 20-minute power nap, as they say, before the stream. I tend to get very sleepy, very tired after dinner, so I may close my eyes for a bit if I lie down on my sofa. So, yes, I feel good now. I feel good now and ready to have a good chat. Yes. Yes. Does it make you more sleepy? No, I believe shorter naps actually help me feel more energized. So anything below 30 minutes is good. But once you start sleeping for more than 30 minutes, that's when you start getting very tired. It's the type of nap that has you feeling like you got hit by a bus or truck, whichever vehicle of your choice, but you got hit by something when you wake up. So a 3-hour nap, for example, is one of the worst lengths of naps you could have because it's not long enough for sleep and it's not short enough to be a power nap, and you wasted 3 hours and you feel worse waking up than before. So yes. Yes. The truck nap. Other vehicles also available, yes. Vehicle of your choice. A 45-minute nap is good for you? I see. Maybe the lengths of power naps could differ between different living beings, between immortal beings and mortal beings, you know? But for me, around 20 to 30 minutes is generally not long enough for me to feel groggy waking up, but still short enough to not have wasted too much time. Yes. Afternoon power nap to waking up at midnight. Oh dear. Yes, there goes the day. And then you're awake for the night too, so it really ruins your sleep schedule. Not going into deep sleep, which does depend on the individual. True. The most usual time for most people is 20 minutes if memory serves. That's right, yes. Yes, I think, I remember vaguely, having, vampire coworkers who, would try to take 20-minute naps during lunch breaks. I can't sleep with such conditions. There are people who could sleep anywhere. I don't know if you are the kind of person who could sleep anywhere, but I require very optimal conditions in order to sleep. I'm the type of person who can't fall asleep unless like everything has to be perfect. So I wear an eye mask and everything. Yes, a silk eye mask in fact. Very fitting, may I say. But I need it to be completely dark. And I think the curtains just aren't enough for me. It's not dark enough with just curtains. They are blackout curtains, but it's not dark enough. The moonlight can still come through, it's too bright. Hmm. 15-minute naps at work. Put on your headphones and listen to music. That's nice. I think on airplanes, these mortal inventions, airplanes, I might put on earphones if it's too noisy and I really need to sleep in order to not arrive a shell of my former self at the destination, but um preferably preferably nothing in my ears. I can't really wear a lot of earplugs. I think my ears are, they may look like this, but the part where you plug them, I realize it's weird for me to say that my ears are small, but they may look big on the outside, but the part where you plug them is actually quite small. So, most earplugs actually hurt my ears, and also they fall out because it's too small. They can't stay inside. So so they just fall out. They'll bounce out of my ears, so I can't really wear them. You sleep quite a bit on aircrafts, I see. Hard time sleeping on airplanes, right? I also have a hard time sleeping in cars. I think when I'm just on any mode of transportation, I tend to not be able to sleep. Mm. Uh, actually, I've never investigated different sizes of earplugs, so maybe I should. I've never. I think for the most part, I tend to not try, just try to not sleep at all, and sleep in a bed later. But I guess if time calls for it. Hakuro, not Hakuro, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you. Really appreciate your generous, energetic donation. Thank you. Hmm. Yes. Falling asleep on trains. That's right. People do fall asleep on trains here too. Although, I would be too anxious to do so because I would be too scared to miss my stop and go all the way to the last stop, which could be quite far away. And how am I going to get back? So, but also in general, for your safety, you should not sleep on trains. Yes. Does it take you a long time to fall asleep? It does indeed. Sometimes take me a while to fall asleep unless I'm quite tired or it's quite late. So I have trouble falling asleep in a timely manner in order to wake up early, which is why I tend to be quite groggy in the mornings. And when I have to do early morning collab streams with my genmates, and it tends to be, it's not that early morning, but it's around 10 a.m. That means I have to get up and get ready at around 9 a.m. I tend to be quite uh groggy at that time, but I think recently, because it has been debut period, I've been quite excitable, or I have a nervous energy about me. That's allowing me to uh, sleep for about 4 to 5 hours before waking up. So I've been quite tired, I'll be honest, but um I do have a nervous energy about me. Hmm. Hmm. 4 to 5 hours. But yes, I discovered something very interesting yesterday that I wanted to talk about because I've always wondered about some of my pronunciations of words, especially in the past, uh where I would speak like this, but then modern um modern American English speakers would make fun of the way I speak and then try to correct how I pronounce certain words. But I used to, so I've corrected back to being more standard now. So I would say the word water, like water with the T enunciated, right? Um, But I used to do a rather sort of in the middle pronunciation of water. Uh, Believe me, it took me a long time to be able to practice to say water in the American way. I think I practiced just said it to myself for a week to practice this accent. So it's like water, 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 water. But then I practiced it for weeks to like get it right because I couldn't do it. But then I was watching a YouTube video and I heard somebody say it in the middle way that is sort of similar to how I used to say it. I've corrected back to pronouncing my T's now, but I was kind of touched to hear that my old way of speaking was not a one-off, like I did not make it up. But I pronounced it like if you were to take water and then the American pronunciation of T's, so it sounds like a D, it was like water. And I heard somebody say that in a YouTube video, and I was very excited. I was like, that's how I said it. That's exactly how I used to say it. It was a British person. What? I don't know where it came from, but maybe it's a Virilician thing. But I used to say it like that, and it was always just how I said it until I didn't know it was weird until it was pointed out to me. I did not know it was weird until it was pointed out to me. So I was very happy to hear somebody say it like that. You're saying it's like an Australian accent, is it? I see. I don't think I've ever had an Australian accent, but I think it was just more of a... Because I've learned English since I've been here on Earth, and I haven't been on Earth for that long, but I've adapted to the English language as well as some of the Japanese. But I've heard and learned different sorts of accents and settled on speaking like this. But a lot of the way I say words, I just learned accents. So then I had to, I think, learn the way to say water several ways. That has been the most interesting one for me. That's true. There are lots of pronunciations even in America. That's true. I would say my accent is more vampire-ish, Virilician, where I'm from, you know. It's going to be sort of a mix, but this is just what I sound like now. When I first arrived on Earth, I didn't realize that the different ways of pronouncing words were simply accents. I didn't realize that accents existed until it was pointed out to me. It was kind of a shock. I think I realized this fairly later on. Like I already did speak English, but then I realized that people speak in different accents, and I never noticed. I never noticed. I don't know how, but I never noticed that people had accents. I just thought some people were harder to understand and some people were easier to understand. And I didn't realize that people spoke differently. I don't think I was ever insecure about pronunciation. Because I did not even know there was different pronunciation. For me, native sounding pronunciation is native sounding. I I didn't know there were different kinds of native. I think I only knew there were non-native sounding English and then native sounding English, but then I did not know that there was a difference between different native accents. I couldn't hear the differences. Yeah. Until one day I realized, like, oh, um, British accents and American accents sound different. I had that realization years into learning English. I thought they sounded the same. For the longest time. I don't know why. uh I'm 23 years old now, right? I was full on 20 years old when I realized the difference. mm, ESL in the way that I spoke the native Verlician language growing up, but then I learned different languages later on. Mina, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. Thank you and welcome. The Frost raid. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. We were just talking about accents and the English language, but I was talking about how English is not my first language, but I learned it starting, like, I learned my alphabet starting from when I was maybe 5 or 6 when I was in Verilis. So, you know, still started quite young, but not the language I spoke when I was a baby. Do I imitate the English speakers I listen to? I don't know, actually. I remember being put into an English class at around 7 years old and not understanding anything the teacher was saying. And I had to ask the girl next to me to tell me what we were supposed to do. I had no idea what she was saying. You just adapt, you know? Can I tell the difference between Aussie and British accent? Now I can, yes. I feel like, okay, Australian accents tend to have an R sound, like a throaty sound when they pronounce some words. And they'll say the word no, but like with more R. So it's like no, no. Like think of pronouncing no, but with an R. So no, no. It goes deep. It goes deep. No. Sort of like, am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? That's how I hear it, at least. Do I have ESL moments? There are ESL moments for me in the way of sometimes I don't know how to pronounce certain words because I've never heard it said out loud. I've only ever read this word. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think the pollen is still about. I brought my air purifier into the room, but it's still quite. Oh, maybe my allergy medicine is wearing off at this time of the night. Oh, thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the blessings, yes. You have to cram as many vowels per vowel to get the accent. Interesting. Interesting. Am I? I would say it would be unfair to call me a non-native English speaker in how you normally define the the word because English is my best language. Like I think it's the only language in which I could write if I were to write academic essays, I can only do it in English. I can't do it in any other language. So um it's not really fair to say that. Uh yeah. No, I can read and write and speak Japanese, but I think writing it in a formal essay format is a different beast that I don't think I can do. Hmm. Yes. Yeah. If you learned as a child, I would say you are a native speaker. Well, speaker is one thing, but writer is a different thing. So I think if you're very out of practice, for example, I haven't spoken my original Verilician language in over 1,000 years, so I can't even tell you any vocabulary anymore. I don't know anymore. So I can only speak to you now properly in English. Yes. Emma4D, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, if you don't use it, you lose it indeed. Indeed, indeed. Can you speak Chinese or Korean? Actually, I cannot really speak Mandarin or Korean. No. Especially I read zero Korean. I'm English born in England and I'm terrible at speaking and writing. When you're native in a language and you never properly learn the grammar of your own language properly. I think if you were to ask a very well studied English as a second language person who has actually studied all of the grammatical rules of English, and they can tell you what are some names of like English like particles, or like what are those called, like like a past pres add past something particle or whatever. If you ask me to tell you what is a past participle, I would not be able to tell you a participle. Yes, I don't think I could tell you now either. In the past, I think I have learned English in that way, but I think I no longer had to after a little bit. So I also don't know what these words mean anymore. Yes. Adverbs, add nouns, all those things. Add nouns. Am I interested in learning languages? Sort of, but it's difficult for me to devote the kind of time that is needed to learn properly these days. Zen Gunman, thank you so much for the tip. Korean script is easy. It's actually an alphabet called Hangul, and it's only 24 characters. You can learn it in an afternoon. I've actually briefly read the Korean alphabet, although it's been a while. So I don't remember any of it. But I do understand how it's read. I just don't know it. I think one time, because my royal mother is very into she's very into Korean dramas, as they say. So I'm the only one who has been sealed away for 1,000 years, but my family just escaped onto Earth and lived peacefully for the past 1,000 years. So they've just been around, and my mother is very into Korean dramas, and so she learned a little bit Korean for that, and So I've heard from her only, but I honestly don't know anything myself. I'm not so much of a Korean pop culture consumer, I would say. I think because I've been so into I'm very much a J-pop head, as you would say. So because of that, I've never gotten into Korean music or culture. Yeah, so I'm still here as a traditional J-pop head. Yes. 日本語と文法はかなり同じだよ。へえ。でも、あれだね。なんか、なんだろう。話すときの、なんか、順位言葉の順位が同じっていうか。Yeah, I'm saying like, I think Japanese and Korean have the similarity in that the order of your sentence is similar, as in you would put your verb or what you're doing at the end of the sentence and the noun at the start. So that's similar in Korean, I believe. Yes. But in English, it's the opposite. So, yeah. Yes. I tried learning Japanese but gave up after a few months. I think the learning curve for Japanese is sort of like you have to just get over the learning of the at the start, get over the katakana and hiragana part, and then learn some basic phrases and sentence structures, and then you'll have like a decent maybe N5 level at that point. And then after that, it's really into the kanji minds you go. Into the kanji and grammar minds you go. And then you slowly get there. The kanji wall is difficult. That something I could teach today that maybe you didn't know, or maybe if you are a Japanese learner. This was something that I taught Bibi the other day that she also didn't know. But it was an interesting thing, but this was taught to me by a tutor that I had before. But how you can sort of tell how something is... Okay, let me think of an example of a word that would be good for this. Of course, when I try to think of an example, I can't think of anything. I can't think of any words. I know exactly what I want to teach you right now, but I'm trying to think of an example of a word. No, I'm trying to teach you a hack to figure out how to read a word. Oh my gosh, is there any kanji? Okay, let me look at this pack of motion sickness medicine I have in front of me. Are there any words here that I can use for the example? Oh my gosh. None of these are good examples. I need to be able to see a word and think of two examples of this word to be able to tell you. Oh dear. Oh, I'm looking at all the kanji on this package. And maybe this. Hold on. Let me try to write it. It's different. Okay, no, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Is this a good example? These are all medical words. On this package, these are all medical words, so I'm thinking... None of these are good examples. Ah. 教えてくれ、お願いします。文法むずい。文法。待って。文法。これ簡単すぎる。文法は簡単すぎる。機械を使いたかった。機械とか。いや、あんま、よくない。これ。全然、あれ秘宝的って、秘宝、私何が違うの？秘宝的に少ないって書きたいんだけど、秘宝的、秘宝ってなんで違うの？秘宝って違う。秘宝じゃない。How to say 秘宝how to write it 秘宝、あれ秘宝的に、違うか。じゃあ私の読み違い。Oh, I'm reading this word wrong. 秘宝じゃないわ。比べるとって意味だよ。この、秘宝的じゃないんだ。秘宝、比べの比較マジか。秘宝だと思ったわ。比較、でも、ありやわ。じゃあ、これは、また悪い例だわ。This is a bad example. I was going to use this as an example. I was going to say that, so basically the middle word, this word, ho, usually the radical, which is the part on the left, talks about what type of word this kanji is, and then the part that is on the right, which would be like usually an OU word, kogai toka, nantoka ko ho toka, would usually give you a hint as to what the pronunciation of this word is. So if you look at the part on the right, usually you would be able to guess how to pronounce this word. Yes, but exactly. 交通学校. It's like other words. That's why I thought this was hiho. That's why I thought. But so this is actually a bad example. But yes, you have actually 学校 and 交通 is a really good example of these two things. So because you have this part of the word in the second one, also in 学校, they're both like OU ending words. So then that's like the sound of the word, and you can sort of tell from that. And then also, I mean, same with a lot of 字 words too. There's the similarity there as well. 比較的 I learned today. Oh my gosh, I was reading this as I knew what it meant, but I thought it was 批評的. Oh, I started sweating from trying to find a word. The panic of not finding the right word to talk about this thing that I wanted to teach. I started actually panicking. It doesn't work every time, but it's pretty good for some words, yeah, where they have a different radical but a similar pronunciation. Yes. There are some context clues, yeah. So if you've seen this word before, and then you see like a different word that has a part of that word, they might be pronounced the same way. And that was something that I think that came up when I was with BB one time because I think we were trying to order from a menu at a cafe. And I think there was a word in there that she was like, oh, I know the part of this kanji from a different thing, but she didn't know how to read that word. But it was read the same way as the other kanji. It was similar because of this rule that I just said. Left side is usually like the meaning, yes, like the meaning of the word, like what it's related to. Not always, not always. There are some very weird radicals, but not always. But right side is usually the pronunciation. 50% of the time, yes. But that's a pretty good odds, I'd say. Pretty good odds. Wait, between me and BB, who is more fluent in Japanese? I would say me, but I think BB is more like she's gung-ho about speaking. Like she's very but she can also understand a lot, I think. I think she just doesn't speak with she doesn't always speak with nandaro, like the right grammar. But she's very but she can speak enough to say what she means, which is honestly quite good. It's decent. ギャルみたい。私もね、もっと喋ったらギャルになっちゃうよ。だから日本語配信は、ちょっと。なんかに、お嬢様っぽくなくなるで。Yeah. Yeah, not really. It's just that I enjoy using fake kansai-ben in Japanese because I think it's fun. So so it's not very I don't know, I just enjoy playing with language. So it's not very classy of me. Like a fake kansai-ben, a fake Osaka accent, basically. I don't have kansai-ben. I just like some of the words and I like to say them in my speech sometimes. Only in informal settings. You don't use it in formal settings. Yeah. Yeah, like なんでやねんとか。せやでとか。Yeah. It's cute. せやでLike 服部平次. Right. Yeah. Has anybody here seen the Detective Conan movie from last year? The one where they were in Hakodate? Hattori Heiji just made me think of him sword fighting on top of a plane. So Conan movies have the best parkour and insane athleticism in them. And last year's movie, which was very obviously a tourism ad for Hokkaido and Hakodate, they had a scene where the character Hattori Heiji had a sword fight with the villain of the show, not in a plane, but standing on top of a moving plane, where the physics make no sense. And I think about that sometimes. The Singapore one was awful. Why did they do that as well? I think it's very forced. I think it's very obvious when a Detective Conan movie gets paid to advertise a tourist location, because that happens once every few years, and they just have an awful plot. If once you notice this, you can never go back. But when it is a sponsored location movie, then the sponsors will want all of the popular characters to appear in the plot, even though they're not. There's really no reason why this character should be in the plot. So every single, I'm sorry Kaito Kid, but every single movie that Kaito Kid has been in, has been a tourism commercial for some location, and they just want Kaito Kid in the movie because he is a popular character, and so then the story tends to be awful, and none of the parts of the story make any sense, and then they're sword fighting on a plane all of a sudden, so that sort of thing tends to happen, so they have really bad plots for those years usually. Silva, thank you so much for the tip. Been wanting to learn JP for years, and hearing you talk about it today really makes me want to finally take the jump. You should give it a try. It's one of the languages that is relatively accessible to learn online because there are lots of resources and lots of people who want to learn. So, Anonymous, thank you so much for the tip. I love Conan movies. What is the best thing in life? And then Conan is all like, to crush your enemies and see them driven before you and hear the lamentations of the women. What? But yeah. So net. But the one from this year, I think, it advertised Nagano, but the plot was a lot better because it was a lot more, actually related to the plot of the actual story. So it was actually good. And complex, a little bit complex, but maybe Nagano just had a smaller budget. Nagano just had a smaller budget, so they actually had more freedom on the plot. Whereas places that will dictate which characters should be in the story and what they should do in it, I think the plot ends up quite bad. Yeah, sorry, that was a Detective Conan tangent. Nasty roadblocks if you don't have the right mindset for it. That's true. I would say that once you're hitting some roadblocks, I would actually recommend going to take the class with a teacher. I don't know if maybe community colleges or like colleges will offer courses that will allow you to sign up just for the course. But there are some good Japanese teachers there. Some of the best textbooks have come from those types of classes, and the Japanese teachers that teach there, so they'll be very understanding of your level and be able to test it very well and put you in the right class. And I think for me personally, I'm very bad at self-studying. I have no intrinsic study motivation. I need to be threatened to study by a teacher. So I learned a lot of Japanese through actual classes. Joe K, thank you so much for the tip. All of your contributions to the Energy Vault help us to strengthen tonight and chase away any potential interruptions from the Order and their shadows. So we can have a very peaceful, rainy day inside. Oh, that's right. I was going to put music with the rain. I forgot that. Let me turn on the records. Play the song. There we go. A lot of people look down on it in language learning circles. Really? I feel that having a teacher helped me motivate myself to study at a certain speed that I otherwise would have been maybe too lazy to do so myself. So, Yes. Perhaps the shadows just don't like to move in the rain. You know, because in the rain, you can get wet. So maybe they don't like that. I use Duolingo and some Japanese VTuber teachers at Twitter to learn Japanese, though I will eventually move to more advanced stuff. There are more advanced textbooks for you as well that can work too. So, but yes, there are just a lot of free resources online that I think it definitely is possible to be self-motivated. But if you aren't the type to be self-motivated, I really recommend classes that will like keep you responsible, accountable. I won't say they melt in the rain, but maybe they just don't like to get wet in the rain. So we are having a decent time, not having to work too hard to fend them off today. Learning to read. I think you just have to start reading. What has helped me a lot in reading is watching Japanese anime with Japanese subtitles. For me, it's because of the lack of choice here, because Netflix in Japan, for most anime here, only has Japanese subtitles unless they are international releases. So I mostly only watch anime with Japanese subtitles, and that has helped me a lot with reading much better. I mean, to be fair, I can also only watch English shows with English subtitles. Basically, if there aren't subtitles, I can't hear anything. I might as well not have ears. I can't hear anything. Sounds are just for effects. They're not for actually listening. I'm reading the whole time. So, But so, even same with Japanese, I suddenly feel like I understand so little without subtitles. I will need the Japanese subtitles. Yes. You know, sound and voices are just for atmosphere, vibe, not for understanding language. And some accents, not just accents, but also some of the sound mixing in modern movies need subtitles. Because sometimes I think a lot of movies are mixed for like surround sound in theaters, rather than for you know, below par television speakers. You know, so I can't hear anything. I can't hear what anybody is saying in the movie. I need subtitles. Yep. The music is too loud, the sound is too soft, and the accents are... I think a lot of Hollywood actors, when they act in old-timey films, even if they are American actors, will start speaking like this, and then they will mutter like this. They will speak at this sound level, and you can't hear anything that they're saying. Yeah. I thought my English was just bad when I first started learning it because I couldn't hear anything the actors were saying without subtitles in English movies, but then it turns out native speakers of English also have this problem where they can't hear anything. So it's not just me. I thought I was just bad at English. どこの映画も同じね。あ、日本語もそうなんだ。And audio on streaming services is not that good these days. Yeah, I read that they really need to make a like bad speakers version. Like, what if I'm watching the movie on my phone or like my built-in TV speakers and they're not that great? Like, I need to be able to hear. Yeah, I speak Verilician besides English and Japanese. I don't speak any other language good enough to be able to talk to you in it. Bonjour, je m'appelle Malice. Malice. Je m'appelle Malice. Je suis vampire. Je suis energy vampire. That's it. Soixante-dix. Wait. What's his 80? 80 in French? It's not 60 is it? No way. 18. 18. That's 19. 17, 18. 19. There we go. That's 18. 17, 18, 19. 80. Oh, 80 always enrages me. 80 enrages me. 90. 99. Oh gosh. It takes too long to do math in French. Good memory for languages. I sort of, but I stopped trying in European languages quite early on because I was a weeb and I wanted to learn Japanese. So I used all of my powers in Japanese. Septante, octante, and nonante? Really? Really? Interesting. Yeah. I also speak well, no other languages, frankly. No Spanish. None. Whenever I try to sing Despacito, I can't read any of the words. One day I'll butcher it for you live. Just wait for it. It's very bad. Don't know how to read any of the words. When am I getting built-in subtitles? Oh, there are actually some plugins that I could use where I could make live subtitles. If that's something people would like to have, I could put them. Would people want English or Japanese subtitles, for example? Are there any Japanese viewers that would want Japanese subtitles? I don't know how good they are these days, so maybe they have gotten better. Right. I've just never done it before, so I'm wondering if people would want to have subtitles in streams, because I know I do stream at a very convenient time in Japan. After all, I am in Japan myself, so I'm wondering if people would want live translations. If you speak Japanese, EN subtitles would be nice. That's true. If I ever do a Japanese stream, I would put EN subtitles, yes. You would want Japanese subtitles? You mean subtitles in Japanese or subtitles in English? Maybe I just put both. I'll look into it. I currently don't think I will do multi-language streams very often, but I'll consider it if I do Japanese language streams to have English subtitles. 日本語字幕は見たことない。ないのかな? I'll look into it. Yeah, I think Japanese to English for sure that will exist, but I'm not sure about the other way around. Yeah. 出せるはず。Okay. I will look into it. そうね。A guided tour of a place appearing in a Detective Conan movie in a Japanese translated to English. Oh, guided tours would be cool. That would be cool. That would be nice if I get big enough to have a sponsor that will allow me to introduce like cool areas in Japan for tourism, that would be so wonderful. That would be a dream. Yes. I want to be paid to go to Hokkaido to eat seafood. Please. Uni o tabetai. I want to eat sea urchin. I love sea urchin! Sea urchin and shellfish. I love hotate. Which is scallops. And I love basically everything. Oysters. I love oysters. Yeah, no bears though. Hopefully, no bears. Anywhere in Japan I really want to see? You know, despite how much I make fun of the Hakodate movie, the Conan, I've never been to Hakodate, so I heard they have a star-shaped palace or park that is very cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, allow me to show you because I think it's very unique. So unique. I'm just gonna save this picture to show you right now. So Hakodate is centered with a palace, their palace, that is surrounded by a star-shaped moat, sort of. This is so cool to me. I want to go see it. There's a viewing area on the mountain that you can take a cable car up to. It's very cool. I think this is the southernmost city of Hakodate. I would love to go see this. Very cool, is it not? So, mitai. Right. I've never been there myself, so that's something is very defensible. Yes. If they make the moats in cool shapes, then the defense stat is higher. Oysters with diced bacon, Worcestershire sauce, and Tabasco. Oh, I've never had that, but that sounds very delicious indeed. Looks like a Pokemon tournament area. I see it. Yes, I hear they connected the Shinkansen up, I think. I don't know, but I would love to go see the star shape. It'll transform into a mecha. Oh, it'll come out from the ground and then transform. That's kind of cool. I see that. Yeah, I think seafood is something you have to have a quiet taste to if you're not used to the textures. I'm very into like those types of chewy, slimy textures. So I'm the weird one actually, but I like those like mushrooms and shellfish and oysters and sea urchin type things. I do like them. There's something like that in the Netherlands. That's very cool. I've never been to Europe, so that's very cool. Spicy food is life, and I love oysters and all likes too. That's nice, yeah. Worcester instead of Worcester? I don't know. Huh. I love abalone too. Oh, you just went to Hokkaido? It must be quite cold there. Yeah, I like mussels too, yes. I basically like all shellfish. Yeah, I don't eat natto. I can... It's the kind of thing, it's like olives where if it's there, I have to eat it, I can. But I would, you know, drench it in soy sauce and egg to sort of mask the taste in order to eat it, because I don't like it on its own very much. Yeah, so natto with egg and soy sauce, then it's like, maybe, but then I still would not actively choose to order it if I had to order it. I don't really like olives either. I don't know. Olive oil is okay. olives on pizzas? I don't know why. It's just not preferred. I can eat it. Like, I will eat it and ignore it, but if I eat it alone, I don't like it. Oh, the other thing I don't like is eating ginger, like raw ginger on its own. You know those pink ginger slices, and also just like literally, quite literally a ginger. I don't like that either. Yeah. Raw ginger is too strong. I know some people like it. I can't. I don't like it. Yeah, gari, I don't like it. The pink ginger they have at sushi restaurants, I don't like that either. Or the white ginger, I always skip it. They give it to you as a palate cleanser, but I don't like it. But ginger flavored like drinks, like ginger like teas and ginger candies, I like that. But I don't really like ginger on its own. A very potent flavor indeed. They like it with just soy sauce. I see. Raw ginger in small amounts is fine. Oh, you like pickled ginger. I think a lots of people like pickled ginger, like the Japanese pickled ginger that comes with the sushi. I just don't really. I think I'm kind of traumatized by ginger because I think growing up there was a dish that my family liked to make that would have like hidden pieces of ginger alongside other vegetables with the meats, and then I would eat it and then accidentally have a mouthful of just plain ginger, and I would spit it out because I'm so surprised by the taste. I think I'm traumatized by being shocked by ginger that I sort of scared of eating ginger. Yeah. 私はあまり好きじゃない。Yeah, I think it's just, especially when I'm expecting it to be something else and then you eat it and then it's a ginger. And I just think I have a fear of that. So whenever I see anything that's just plain ginger, I'm scared. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a bit, so I was not expecting the taste, and then I get scared. 煮物とかでもよくある。そうね。When you're eating something, you think it's something, but you think it's something else. Oh my gosh, I can't read. A savory ginger soil. Throw ginger instead of garlic. I actually really enjoy garlic. I put garlic paste in a lot of my cooking. It's my go-to for making my cooking very fragrant and taste very good. Yeah. I know BB wants to do a lot of cooking streams. We were actually like talking about potentially like what if there's a phase cooking competition. We thought that would be fun. But then it turns out Saga said that a lot of the phase girls can't really cook. So apparently me and BB would win the competition. I'm not even a good cook by the measure of people who are actually good cooks, but I can cook. So apparently that puts me at the top of the list. I'm like apparently I'm basically a master chef at pace. Yeah, I believe the number of people who can cook is quite small. Like you can count it in one hand or something, is what Sakana said. There's not very many people. Yeah. Famous for cooking streams, oh dear. Yes. I think BB is a good cook. She cooks a lot, so it would be fun to do cooking stuff with her, but alas, I think we would need to rent a larger kitchen for it. So it would only be more worth it if we could make it into a bigger event. So one of these days. Just because to set up a camera and your cooking and your computer somewhere, you sort of need a big space to have all your stuff in front of your cooking area, which honestly is not common in Japan. Like, we don't really have... A lot of smaller apartments don't really even have kitchen counters. Like, have you seen what a sink looks like. A sink and stove looks like in a small apartment. Hakuro, thank you so much for the tip. Can't wait to watch Saga Hell Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen. Hopefully that can happen one day. I'm gonna show you the kitchen that has no counter space. Okay, this one is made to look very neat, but it's very small with no counter space. I'm gonna show you this picture. But, one of these. One of these. With the stove. You know what? This is already, like, nicely decorated. But, it's a single stove kitchen with a single sink that fits a small frying pan in it. Barely, honestly. I used to have one of these and, I can't really put my frying pan in it after I've used it, so I hated cooking in it. Because then when I wash it, I would have to, like, tilt the pan in different angles in order to be able to wash it properly. 今のキッチンじゃないよ。いつか昔のキッチンはこんな感じでした。でも。It's like your starter home in Japan. Oh my gosh! Cleo senpai, hello, thank you for the raid. Hello. I was just showing everybody what a small Japanese kitchen looks like. This is similar to the size of BB's kitchen. She makes it work, I'd say. She makes it work. She cooks a lot, and I can't believe she cooks a lot in a small kitchen like this, but she does. Very impressive. I could not motivate myself to cook when I had a small kitchen like this. 日本からこんばんは。こんばんは。Yeah. But this is a typical small Japanese apartment kitchen. I think if you don't cook that much, it's alright. Like, if your job is a salaryman job and you go to work and you come home and you microwave your dinner, honestly, not too bad. Yeah. Yes, I am. But thank you so much for the raid, Cleo senpai, and welcome. My name is Malice Evermore. I am an energy vampire, and I am Cleo's kohai, Cleo's junior here at Face Connect. Face Saga. Yeah, so if you're on a full diet of microwave dinners, this is fine. 高い物件にはになるとキッチンが広くなる。I'm about to show the one rank 上のキッチン。ちょっと待って。これは This is still kind of honestly, this looks old. This kitchen looks like an older build. And there's honestly also still no counter space, because if you put your drying rack on the left side, you have no counter space after you put the drying rack. So you'll have to dry over the sink, but this is like the one rank above. Slightly bigger kitchen with this one has 3 stoves? 2 stoves actually. This is 2 stoves. And a tiny little space on the side where you put your detergents and things, and then your sink is a little bit bigger. So this is like also a typical older kind of house as well, I believe. This looks a little older to me. Yeah, but there's no space to cut, so you would have to buy a little table on the side and use that to chop things. Indeed. Yes, so this is already a bigger kitchen. So then if I were to see like let me see, a kitchen that would look very normal to someone outside of Japan, but if I were to see this, I'll be like, oh, you're so rich. Let me find a kitchen like that. Okay, this one looks so Okay, literally the picture description of this is why Japanese kitchen's so small. But this to me, if I see you have a kitchen like this, I'll be like, oh, you're rich. Or you have a nice house. This is a, oh, you have a nice house kitchen. Oh, your kitchen is so big, you have a lot of counter space. That's a very nice big kitchen. Oh my. Yes. Yes. This is very hiroi. Very, very nice kitchen. And I'll be like, oh, you have a nice house. Yeah. I think Western kitchens are quite big. It still looks cramped, right? Perhaps for compared to Western kitchens, I think. Let me see what an American kitchen might look like. I just think you just have a lot more counter space. Okay, this actually looks quite good though. I don't want new model houses. I want real looking houses. Yeah, usually you might have an island or a space to cut things. But that's usually a luxury in Japan, and you at furniture shops like Nitori, you can buy cutting boards that are supposed to go over your sink so that you can use the space above your sink to cut things when you don't have any space. So there are lots of space-saving items like this. Alright, but even a retro kitchen. Okay, I'm looking up older kitchens to get a feel for it, but even retro kitchens are not that small. A vintage kitchen. Classic American design. There we go. Tell me if this looks like a classic American kitchen. This was called Classic American Kitchen. But something like this. See, this is a lot of counter space. There's clearly counter space at the bottom left here. Right in front of the picture. And there's some on the right as well. And the sink looks large. There's probably an incinerator. Like a garbage disposal, which is very garbage disposals are very ricci. They're very rare and only in rich people houses here, I think. If you tell me you have a garbage disposal in Japan, I'll be like, how much is your rent? How much are you paying? Yes. It's normal in houses in America. Yes, if you have a garbage disposal, you probably live in a very luxury property, I think. Yeah. Or you can get it yourself, I guess, maybe if you own your house, but I think you have to like install it yourself. It's uncommon. Oh, are disposals uncommon in America now? Really? Tawaman toka. Or like newer, nicer houses. Yeah, I think those ones will have it. I rent an apartment and my kitchen's about that size. Common in Canada. I would love to have one because I have to clean out the drains for my sink now and then. I have a little net. A net that goes into the area below the sink that collects all the debris, and then it gets very gross after a week, and then I clean it out, and then I put a new net. Basically around once a week. Yeah, so without a garbage disposal, you just have to get in there yourself, which I hate doing, but I do it regularly. Yeah. See, it is because smells bother me. I have a very sensitive nose as a vampire, and if anything starts to smell of like old food, maybe under the sink, I will clean it out quite nicely. So, yeah. So I don't mind clutter with like items because they don't smell, but around the water drainage areas, if it starts to smell, I'm quite sensitive and neurotic about it, I'd say. I get very annoyed if I notice, and then I have to immediately clean it. Yeah. They're common where I'm from in the USA, but not where I live currently. Houses here are around 100 years old. So you're saying 100-year-old houses don't have garbage disposals, but newer houses do? Oh, and do you know why I call it an incinerator? It's because once I saw a sink that had a garbage disposal, and then there was a label on the sink that said incinerator. So I thought it was called an incinerator for the longest time, because in Verilis 1,000 years ago we didn't have these, so I didn't know what they were. I didn't know they were called garbage disposal, so I thought it was called an incinerator. Yeah, there was a label. I didn't just make up the word incinerator. The word incinerator was on the sink, like printed there. So I thought that was what it was called. Maybe it was just weird. I don't know. But it's not something I could have made up myself. Because I didn't know what it was before I've seen it. Yeah. If you're sensitive to smells too, you could either be a vampire or you could be a dog too. Just like BB. Incinerator, yeah, that's right. It implies a burning aspect. You're right. So on that. I don't know. Why? I mean, I didn't just make up the word. One current one has it. So on that. A brand name, perhaps? I don't know. Garbage disposal incinerator. Incinerator is a real thing? It's real. Oh, maybe that's why? Oh, I wasn't dreaming. I thought, you know, for a sec, I thought I made it up. But oh. Maybe that's what I saw, and then I substituted it in my mind as incinerator. Oh, incinerator. I see. I'm learning, yes. I'm learning. I see. Wow. I've learned today, yeah. Hot water dispenser. I thought I was just crazy. You're right. Every time I called it an incinerator, people are like, you mean a garbage disposal? I'm like, where does it say it's a garbage disposal? It clearly has its name on it and it's incinerator. Oh, I didn't make it up. Oh. Hoshine. I want to be able to have one of these so that I don't have to worry about cleaning under the sink. Yeah. So that millennia-old vampire, yes. Make way, millennials. Make way for the millenniums. I am a millennia-old vampire. Can't blame the shadows for that one. Yes, it was simply a misunderstanding. Any way of making heat? No, it's simply a food garbage disposal, but the brand name is incinerator. Make the millenniums a thing? Maybe. If there are more of us out here, then we could all be the millenniums together. The shadows tremor at the pure mention of my age, 1023. But it's really 23, with 1,000 years that don't count. Self-cleaning mode? That's... Really? That sounds so... explosive. This person says a lot of ovens have a self-cleaning mode where they just get super hot and burn out everything. I imagine you could do that with a sink as well. Is this real? A self-cleaning oven? That sounds... Do not press the oven clean button. Oh my gosh. It's true. But it's not practical for a lot of things. I see. How hot does it get? Right, I'm curious. Huh. You just burn everything, huh? It mostly works. Okay. Okay, as long as it's safe. As long as it's safe. There are rarely any ovens built into homes in Japan, so I've not used an oven properly for a very long time. Maybe for over 1,000 years. I just don't bake anything. Ever. Just don't have an oven. Now that is an incinerator, for real. I just don't bake. I use a oven toaster sometimes if I need to make something in there. I need it to be crunchy. Or I use my microwave. Does Baby have an oven? I think she has a fancy microwave that has an oven feature, but honestly, mostly good for microwaving. There are some microwaves here that have multi-functions, but they're not that good as ovens, I think. I can never make the pizza, but I can make I could bake it in a toaster oven, but apparently the problem with toaster ovens is that it gets too hot. Like, toaster ovens are generally too hot. I just don't make lasagna. Yeah, a toaster oven. I have one of those. I make toast in there, but I also sometimes I make fish. I bake salmon in a toaster oven. It's pretty good if you put it in foil, aluminum foil, and then you bake the salmon. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, aluminium foil. Yeah. Yes. You have a toaster oven for a bit and used it for everything. Yes. You can, yeah, you can use it for most things. Oh, I really do want to have an air fryer, but I'm just not sure what I would use it for if I get one. And also, I'm quite limited on counter space. Like, I don't really have that much counter space, so... if I put an air fryer on my counter, I would have no space to cut things anymore, so I just don't... So I don't have one. Yeah. They're basically air fryers. Sort of. I think air fryers are... they're more even, I think. I do have a rice cooker, yes. Yes. There are lots of ways to cook things. But in the end, sometimes it's just easier to just pan fry it. Yeah. Right, just the air circulation. I see. A small convection oven. I see. Yeah, I don't currently have the space for a air fryer in my kitchen at all, so I don't have one. Yeah, I have an espresso machine, so I don't know if I would say I make my own coffee. I use Nespresso capsules. I pay big Nestle for Nespresso capsules for my Nespresso machines. Nespresso coffee. Yeah. Air fryers are just more intense convection ovens. Several times the hot airflow over a smaller space leads to more heat transfer. I see. Yeah, I realized that I really enjoy coffee, but before I got my Nespresso machine, I had the trouble motivating myself to boil water with my kettle and do a pour over every morning. It was too much work, too many steps. So, because it was too many steps and I was too lazy to do it, I would sometimes end up getting coffee delivered because that was how lazy I was. I did not want to get up to boil water to make coffee, and then I would end up wasting money to order Uber Eats coffee, which was so many times the price. So actually getting an espresso machine has saved me a lot of money. To not be too lazy to the point where I get Uber Eats. So yeah, now I actually make my coffee because it's easy with the Nespresso machine. But if it's not the matter of putting a capsule in and pressing start, then it's too many steps for the morning. I just want it quickly. You know what I mean? I just want my coffee right away. Yeah. Although I recently found out about the UCC coffee machine that I think is actually a less greedy version of the Nespresso. I'm sorry, Nespresso. There goes my Nespresso sponsorship. But the UCC Ueshima Coffee Company machine is very good. I like it more than the Nespresso machine because the UCC company machine comes with a blank capsule that you can put any coffee grind into it. So they actually let you put any coffee in it. You don't have to buy their capsules if you don't want to. I mean, I still will because I'm too lazy to put my grind into the capsule. That's too much work. But I like that they even gave me the reusable one. Yes, it's a nice like gesture from them, I feel. Yes. What are pre-mixed packets? I don't know. I use the capsules. Yes. And I think UCC makes their capsules in paper, so it's like more decomposable as well. But it does come with a reusable capsule that you can put any coffee grind in. So that already gave me a very good impression of them when I first used it before. Yeah. So actually, if I were to buy a new machine, I might buy this one. I think the only bad thing is that the most coffee that you can get from a UCC machine is only about half a mug of coffee. So it's not a lot of coffee. I would have to press the button again to ask it to give me more coffee. Whereas the Nespresso machine, you could fill a carafe. How do you say this word? Carafe? Carafe. 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 A carafe of coffee. You can fill quite a lot of coffee in an espresso machine. Yeah. Carafe of coffee? Yes, that one. So you could actually get a lot of coffee in one go in an espresso machine, whereas I think UCC only fills up to like half a large mug. It's a large mug, so half a large mug. Yeah. And I like to have a full mug of coffee in the morning, not just half a mug. So I think that's the one flaw it has, but otherwise the coffee tastes very good. And I would say it's cheaper and more consumer friendly in that they let you use non-UCC capsules. Like they let you use your own coffee. So there's my coffee spiel. Yeah, sort of like a jug, yes. Dedicated coffee mug. I use a like a heat insulated what you call those? Those metal ones. That keeps the heat for a longer time. I have one of those. Cute ones. I like my coffee with 1 milk and 1 sugar. I usually have... I either put milk or I put just a little bit milk, like a dribble of milk. And I put... Or it's 1 cream. So let me show you the color. Okay. I have a coffee color swatch. So, here are the coffee colors, right? I like my coffee around the 2nd or the 3rd one from the top. So just a little bit of milk, not a lot of it. I've seen... Okay, one thing I'm very appalled by British people is I've seen British people drink coffee with their milk. They drink it with the bottom color, the bottom 2 colors, I swear. It's a lot of milk with their coffee. I've had British co-workers before that drank their coffee at the bottom 2 light colors. That's too much milk. That's some coffee with your milk. Yes. Guilty? Yes, there was a workplace I was in before where we would make a big pot of coffee in the morning, and the British co-workers would make their coffee the bottom 2 colors. I have mine maybe the 3rd color, actually. I think more realistically the 3rd color. That's how I like mine. And then the only American in the office drinks the coffee black. Yeah. It was very interesting. It was coffee... the differences in coffee culture, I feel. Yeah. I don't understand milk tea, but I tolerate it. I like milk tea, but only if I'm intending to drink milk tea. If I'm drinking coffee, I don't want milk coffee, because I also think milk coffee tends to make it too diluted tasting. Yeah, depends on the day. You just like milk. Well, you know, if you want to drink milk with coffee, that's fine too. Black coffee I can do if it's really good coffee. That's true. I think that's the problem. If it's sort of just lower quality coffee, it's better with a little bit of milk. But I don't like too much milk either. Milk with coffee is pretty popular in your country. I like it in some cases. I like it if it's like a latte. But then I still want a triple espresso shot, maybe. I want a decently strong coffee taste with the milk. If it's going to be like a latte. Siding with the Americans. Yeah. I really like the Starbucks triple espresso latte. That's a very good latte. My go-to candy drink at Starbucks is the caramel macchiato in Japan. That one's very tasty, but too sweet for me these days, honestly. So if I want to really wake up, I would get the triple espresso latte. Something about having 3 espressos is like, oh, I'm gonna wake up. I don't go very often though, because I only go if I have to go into the office of the anti-shadow forces, the task force. A chai tea latte? I've actually never had a chai tea latte. They have fruity flavor coffees? I don't feel like I would like that at all. I don't really like sour coffee so much. White chocolate mocha. That sounds like it would be so sweet. I get it though. But I can't drink very sweet drinks. It's very good, chai tea latte. Okay. Barrel-aged coffee, like barrel-aged wine? Wait, all wine is barrel-aged, is it not? Yes. Suppai no wa chotto suki kirai aru yo ne. What I like about Japanese shops is that if they sell a variety of coffee or wines, they tend to have like a chart for you to understand the tastes for everything that they're trying to promote. They will have a chart, a taste chart. So, for example, right, a wine chart, something like this, indeed. A lot of shops or places where they sell things will have charts like this where to the right is karaguchi, which is like more nandaro, like bitter, sukkiri, like not sweet. And then the left side is sweet, amaguchi, sweet. And then omome is heavier, full body, I suppose, tasting. And the bottom is like a lighter tasting, light-bodied wine. So then you can really understand what you might like. So for me, I might actually, if it's a red wine, oh, this is nihonshu. Oh, it's a wine. I would say for red, I actually like karaguchi more. But for white wines, I like amaguchi. I like sweeter white wines. And then I find that if a white wine is more on the non-sweet side, it needs to be a very high quality white wine, or else it kind of tastes like, I don't know, it tastes like cardboard. Like bad tasting, low quality white wine is very easy to taste like cardboard. I don't know. So it's easier to enjoy it if it's sweet. I think white wine is harder to get right for me, at least. Like for me to like it. Yeah. Like a very cheap white wine has a cardboardy taste. I don't know how to explain it. It just tastes bad. Yeah, but if usually sweeter ones will be easier. Yeah. A Chardonnay, it also depends on what kind. You can taste the barrel, quite literally, yes. Is that what it is? Like you taste the woody taste because it's the taste of the barrel. Oh my. I like sweet wines, but I don't know if Cabernets need to be sweet. I think Cabernets can be quite dry too. Yeah. I still don't really like hard liquor myself. I can't get into it. And the kind of wood can change the taste. That's very interesting. I actually don't know too much about the making of wine. I've been to a winery before to see it, but you know, I learned nothing. I only remember the barrels. It tastes like the barrel. Oh dear. Yeah, I cannot drink like whiskey or bourbon or those types of liquor on its own. I think it's too strong for me. The best I can do is osake, nihonshu, Japanese sake. And that's because it's only 13%, so it's the same as wine. And I really like daiginjo sakes that are a little bit sweet. They taste a little apple juice like a really good sake that has this taste of apple juice. It's very good. Very clean apple juice taste. Yeah. But I don't really like hard liquor. I have tried soju, but I've stopped drinking it after I found out how high the calories are in soju. Yeah. Ice wine. Is that the Canadian wine? I do enjoy ice wine, but it's quite expensive for a small bottle. I don't really love strong zero. I can drink it, but it's not my preference. If I were to buy a like a tan shochu, I would get some of the other brands that are low in alcohol value and maybe taste better. Like, I really like the apple flavored ones. Those are quite good. Yeah. I like umeshu too, yes. Umeshu or other kind of fruit wines. They have mikan wines, and those type of wines are usually quite good. I have not tried rom poke, no. Oh, I've never been able to drink any shots. It's impossible for me. I just can't. I just hate drinking regular liquor on its own too much. I'd rather slowly enjoy a glass of wine. It's not for me. Alcohol has pretty high calories per gram. Yes, but soju is quite sweet, so one bottle of soju is something like 600 calories. It's ridiculous. So if you ever see anybody do a drinking stream where they consume a whole bottle or 2 bottles of soju, they've consumed 1,200 calories in a stream. Which was a shock for me to learn, so I no longer drink soju. I no longer drink soju. If you're calorie maxing, maybe. At my size, I eat 1,200 calories a day. Like that's my recommended calorie intake. I can't drink soju. Yes, my recommended calorie intake is 1,200. On a 1,500 day, I've eaten a lot. 1,200 belly meal. I think I have like 300-400 calorie meals usually, so I eat that like 2-3 times a day. Although to be fair, actually, like leading up to debut, I was so stressed and busy preparing for the debut that I started on a diet of only broccoli and boiled eggs. So I actually lost lost another kilogram from debuting. It was crazy. Can't relax. Need to yeah, I only ate boiled eggs and broccoli for a few days. No time to eat, so okay, but there is this okay, wait. I've been meaning to show you this contraption that I bought. That you can get in Japan, but it's a 電子レンジで作る。待って。電子レンジで作るゆで卵。So you can make boiled eggs in the microwave with this device. So the reason why I ate a lot of boiled eggs, because I had a carton of eggs, and so there's this device, right? You lift up the metal pot and you put a bit of water inside, and then you put the lid on, and then you lock it, and then you put it into the microwave for 7 minutes, and then you leave it for 7 minutes to cool, and then you put it under cold water under the sink to wash it off, and then you have these perfect boiled eggs that you could eat. And basically, I love this because better than just boiling eggs on the stove, you don't need to watch the fire, you don't need to watch anything. You put it in the microwave, leave it for 7 minutes, and then sometimes I forget about it for an hour. I come back, and then I get the eggs out, and they're ready to eat. So I got one of these, so I started making like 3 eggs at a time, and I would just maybe eat 2 for lunch. I'll save 1 for breakfast the next day. So that's how I've been eating a lot of boiled eggs. So I think the main thing has been not eating like oily meats for protein. Like I've been taking all my protein from eggs only, and sometimes honestly I'm so lazy that I don't even season my eggs. I don't even put salt on it. I just eat them as they are. So I just eat plain boiled eggs with broccoli, or plain boiled eggs with kimchi if I bought kimchi at the supermarket. Yeah. And then get a glass of wine. Yeah, no cheese, no nothing, no. Sometimes I just don't add anything, no, yeah. Sometimes I have kimchi, sometimes, if I feel like having a bit of flavor. Kalori ga tarinai. Sometimes I could add a slice of toast, maybe? if I'm getting carbs, maybe a slice of toast, or they're the instant pastas. Maybe I'll have a small instant pasta, something like that. Egg maxing, soyo. Yeah. Efficient girl dinner, yes. Put an egg in a rice cooker towards the end and it cooks it well by... Oh, that sounds very nice, actually. No, for broccoli... Okay, for broccoli, to be fair, I actually put salt on my broccoli. I have the, vegetable cooker too. Wait, yasai... Renji. I have the vegetable cooker. Oh, it's exactly this thing. Okay. Let me show you my microwave vegetable cooker that cooks my frozen vegetables. And basically, I put my vegetables on it, and then I cook it, and then the water comes out, right? Because it's frozen. And then you could actually lift up the top layer on it. It's kind of like a strainer, so all the water goes to the bottom. And so the vegetables aren't watery. So then I just eat it. I add a bit of salt and I eat it. So I've been cooking everything in the microwave because I have no time. Soyo, that's why you can have those tiny kitchens, because your chef is the microwave. So I use this sometimes I buy the frozen broccoli packets from the supermarket. I'm always afraid of things going bad, so I buy frozen items and then I do this. It's like a steamer, exactly. So, yeah. The Denshi Renji is very useful. And there are lots of products here that make using the microwave really easy, because there just are lots of microwave cooks in Japan. Just because a lot of kitchens are so small. So there are lots of, yes, exactly, little kitchen gadgets to cook in the microwave with. Yeah. I think it's because one of the most common frozen vegetables that you can get in the supermarket is the broccoli. So I think it's like either the broccoli or the spinach. But I think spinach, the chopped spinach, when you microwave it, becomes kind of bleh, like floppy, like it doesn't keep shape like broccoli. You know what I mean? Like it's like bleh, flappy. Like what's the word for it? Like it's just soggy. Yeah. So it's not it's only okay if you mix it into like pasta or like into other foods, but if you eat it on its own, it's mushy and soft. Yeah, I don't like the frozen spinach as much. They have frozen asparagus sometimes. But usually asparagus is a more expensive vegetable, so I don't really get that as much because I'm trying to save money, and broccoli is already very, very nutritious, so yeah. Frozen veggies need to be something robust, like fresh green peas or broccoli. Exactly. I agree. Eating out is cheap if you go to like a family restaurant, but also pre-made foods are very cheap at the supermarket. So a lot of people actually just live on discounted pre-made foods after hours. Like if you go to a supermarket at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., the pre-made section, they're trying to sell out the last like couple of bentos there, and then they'll be like 20% off or something. And a lot of people actually live off of that because they don't cook or they don't have a kitchen. So hangaku bento, so exactly. Yeah, discounted bentos. I like edamame, yes. Tatakai no chikan. The grocery stores here do the same, but it's typically an hour or two after opening the next day. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, so they leave it overnight and then they sell it the next day? That doesn't sound good. I think the best before times for these fresh bentos are quite strict here. So they want you to eat it by the next day 7 a.m. And so that means they want you to eat it tonight. Yeah. I mean, I think it could actually last longer, but it's kind of like, oh, we don't guarantee freshness after that time kind of thing. My spice tolerance. Actually not very good. Like I went to a chain of sundobu place, like a Tokyo sundobu, which is a it's a Korean sundobu restaurant. Spicy tofu soup restaurant. It's a chain called Tokyo Sundobu, and they have a scale of spiciness, right? And I get 1 spiciness, 1 or 2. 2 is the futsu, 2 is the normal, and some days when I'm not feeling it, I get 1. So I mean, I'll never get 0, but I'll get 1, and I'll be like, oh, this is enough for me. So actually not that good, I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't even know what I get at Kokoichi. I don't really go to Kokoichi very much. But I think I get the normal. Yeah, so not very much. I have to water down my burudaku noodles significantly with lots of cheese and milk. So I'll never eat it on its own. It's too much for me. Too much suffering. I think if I were to go to Kokoichi, I would also get the regular. Like, I basically get regular Japanese spicy, which is not very spicy. And at like Maratan places, like it's very popular here now, but like numbing spicy shops also, I actually, they have 2 is the normal, but I get 1 because Mara is too spicy. like something about the numbing spicy is very hot spicy, so I have a very weak throat. How do I explain this? Like if I breathe in any spice or any smoke or anything, I'll start coughing immediately. Like I can't handle anything. So if I eat like spicy Sichuan food, exactly, I start coughing if I inhale it. So I need to get spicy level 1 to not cough out after every bite. Like I'll be like, like I'll be like that. So yeah, I don't know. I just get very affected by like the heat. I think the heat of the smoke, or the heat of the food, really affects me. Yeah. Thai food in its regular spiciness is too spicy for me. Yes, but in the Japanese version of Thai food, it's okay. Yeah. I think I historically had respiratory issues because I had asthma as a kid, so I think that affected, like, sometimes if I run too hard, I'll wheeze, like that sort of thing. So, I think it's a little bit related, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Wasabi no karasa wa daijoubu desu. Wasabi I don't find too spicy. It's different. It's not the same. And wasabi is cold. So I can eat wasabi with my sushi, yeah. No problem. No one chip challenges, yes. And related to the congestion, yeah, maybe. I think I was asthmatic as a kid. I mean, I think it's not... Yeah, unless you do have naturally very high spice tolerance, then it's fine. I can eat a little bit spicy though. I'm not like, oh, the pepper is too spicy. I'm not like that, but, you know. I have seen people in Japan remark that the mint was too spicy or the Coke is too spicy. So, so there are levels of spice tolerance. I've seen a Japanese person say, "Ah, cola 好きじゃない. Cola は辛い. Cola is spicy." だって。So that happens too. Like, oh, mints are too spicy, you know? So people here have very, sometimes very low levels of, tolerance. Yes, Coke is spicy and mints are spicy. But that is what I've heard. I started to eat very spicy so my siblings would no longer eat my food. Oh dear. Baby spice levels. Cola spicy. Aru aru yo. Morgan LeFew, thank you so much for the cheer. My European ancestry doesn't allow me to eat spicy food. I see. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there the European country that banned the spicy Korean noodles? And then they unbanned it later? That was interesting. That was an interesting time. Gochujang. I have a gochujang jar actually, because I heard it was good for cooking. I've been using it in some of my cooking sometimes now. I'm trying to use up the jar. And they unbanned after everyone made fun of them. No. Oh dear. Yeah. And then the ban on the one chip challenge. Wow, really? You can no longer get the 3x spicy bulldog. Really? Is it banned? What's happened? 3x spice is... Oh, that's too much for me. Like the one with the red or the black packets, right? It's too much. I only exclusively eat carbonara for burudaku. It's the only enjoyable one for me. Oil tier list, like cooking oils. It was Denmark, and I think it wasn't that spicy. It is quite spicy, but maybe not to the level where you would ban it, like, or you know, if people eat it despite everything, then they have the responsibility for it, maybe. Yeah. You found a place where you can buy the sauce directly. Oh, really? Limo, thank you so much for the large energy donation into the vault. It's a bit late, but I wanted to congratulate you on your first week of streaming with FaZe. I wanted you to know that even if I get relegated to the shadows due to schedule changes, I will be watching your growth with enthusiasm, perhaps even pride. Thank you! Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I generally on weeknights will be streaming at evening Japan times. Exactly what the start time is, it might shift by an hour or two depending on the day, but generally it will be at this time, except on Mondays where sometimes I have national holidays in Japan, so then I might stream on a little bit earlier afternoon time, just because I know normally people on the other side of the world have trouble watching me otherwise, so I try to, where I can, I try to do slightly earlier streams, but most of the time on weekdays it's going to be at around this time, and then on weekends I usually stream afternoons too. Yeah, or weekends are usually the times where if I have a collab upcoming, I would do an early morning collab, because that's usually the only time I could stream in the morning. So if I collab with like my genmates or my senpais, it would be morning times and weekends for me. Yeah, so that's the reasoning behind the times. Yeah. Time's perfect for the UK. Okay, that's good. Works out nicely for me. It's nice having your streams to watch in my mornings. Around this time is perfect here. Okay, that's good to hear. Golden Week would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, if people really prefer the evening time, then even on holidays I could keep to an evening time if that's preferred, but yeah. I try to like vary a little bit on weekends usually to hit time zones I normally can't on other days. Or if it's a collab, it has to be, you know, at a time where other people could attend. So, yeah. It's around noon for EU. All right. You start when I enter work. Always makes my morning very calm. I'm glad. This time is perfect for Asia zone too. That's true. That's true. That's true. That being said, though, my analytics still says that my audience is about 40% American. So a lot of you must be waking up quite early for this. Yes, or a lot of you have not slept, just like the stream title suggests, because we have to stay awake to make sure that the shadows do not encroach on our territory. 5 a.m. Just normal morning times, you know? Court. American mention. Yes. EU gang, rise up. Yes, we're here for the night watch. Nice to have a wake-up stream for the East Coast. That's true. I think the times are a bit better for the East Coast because it's more like 6, 7 a.m. So it's like a morning time. But it's just a bit early for Pacific time. Yeah, but I don't usually like to start stream too late, just because if I go for too late, I will never sleep, and I already have a hard time in the mornings, you know? And I'm the type of person that will need a couple of hours of doom scrolling before bed, before I could fall asleep, so I really need to not be streaming past 1 a.m. My time, so that I don't sleep at 4 a.m. Yeah. Your stream starts for me when I get home from work, Victoria, Australia, so it's a nice thing to come home to. Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah. Just a short 4-hour doom scroll session. Yes, that's why I check my tags very often, and I try to look at everything. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you've ever tagged me in something I didn't like it in my tags, then it might be because it's not showing up because your ex shadow banned. Twitter shadow banned. Yeah. Silva, thank you so much for the tip. Your streams gave me the motivation to get up early for my work, and my mornings are so much calmer and brighter for it. I can't thank you enough. So happy that you're in phase. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it really helps you in the mornings too. I'm happy to hear that. I'll try to do weeknights for these days too, more often. It's just that unfortunately I got called in for Shadows Patrol tomorrow, so I won't be able to do for tomorrow. But I shall be back on Thursday. The task force doesn't respect that I live quite far from my work, so it takes a long time to get there and get back. Streaming from Japan makes it harder to organize the schedule. There's a 16-hour difference between JST and PST. Right, and I have to publish my schedules in JST because I realize that it doesn't make sense if I try to publish it in PST or EST, because sometimes, let's say I stream Friday night and then I stream Saturday in the morning, it's actually the same day, and my schedule design currently doesn't allow me to put 2 streams on the same day in the design, so I literally can't do it. So then I changed it and decided to just publish my schedule with JST days, so that, you know, it properly shows that one stream is on Friday and one is actually on Saturday. But actually, in the US, both streams are on Friday. So I had that problem last week. That's why I was originally going to publish a schedule that has US times first, because I know BB's doing it and a lot of others are doing it, but I had to change it back to JST. Sorry, US bros. I had to change it back. Because my schedule literally can't accommodate 2 streams in a day in the layout. So yeah. But to me, they're actually different days. I sleep in between them. Yeah. I think BB had a EST EDT problem with hers. It's not too big of an issue. Sometimes it happens. Time zones are silly though, yeah. Yes, we have ASMR singing this weekend. It's gonna be Sunday for me, I believe. Saturday night for you guys. If my membership can be opened on that day, I'll actually do membership opening first for maybe an hour and a half, and then start my ASMR singing after that. So ASMR singing could be 1 p.m. It could be 3 p.m. JST. So it just depends. Right now it's at 1 p.m. But it just depends on if my membership opens. If not, then we're not opening memberships. I don't know when it'll come. So then we'll just do ASMR singing as is. I also can't wait for memberships. I want to make membership posts. I want to do membership streams. Yeah, I think it will be fun. I want to do my membership survey stream that I talked about. I think the monetization is just slow. I think the only one who has been approved right now is Mina. And we think it's because she hasn't uploaded any music. But the rest of us are still pending. Yeah, so we're waiting. Yeah. YouTube-kun, soyo. It's like been 5 days now since we applied. We've been eligible for a while now, and I think yeah, it's been 5 days since we applied and we're still waiting. It just kind of depends. I really want to have the emotes on my channel too, not just on Twitch. On Twitch you can see my emotes now. By the way, I added I didn't add this before debut because I didn't want to spoil Mimi's design, but I added the glow stick one that wasn't here before. I forgot to add her back after debuting, but that one is new, and soon hopefully YouTube will also have these emotes. So I would like to be able to upload that for you soon. This is your first time here in Japanese? Oh, hajimemashite. Yeah, thank you. A Mimi plush would be cute. Oh, one of the things I wanted to do today was to run by you the Malistocrat design that I was thinking about. I was gonna get out my iPad pencil, but then it wasn't charged, so let me see if I could. There we go. You see my paint? Yes. We open paint. Here though. So I was brainstorming some ideas earlier with BB, and I thought I was thinking of giving you ears like a Digimon. Like the first evolution of a Digimon. And then a big mana stone on each ear, just like Mimi. And then I want to give you like a ghost type Pokemon eyes. So triangles like you are angry. And then, round eyes. And there's some options. So you're going to be a little flying head like this. You could have a Miffy mouth, like a bunny. When your mouth is closed, you could be like a Miffy. Or you could have a bit more mischief. Do you want to be happy? What do you think? I love this mouth. You like the mischief? I could give you bigger. Atta. Bigger eyes. I'm just drawing with my mouse. There. So that's the initial brainstorm of the idea. We could workshop this a bit and then get someone who can draw to draw it. Maybe I ask BB to draw it properly, but like this. Yes, like a little, you know, you may look evil, but you're actually nice because you can't judge a book by its cover. So this is the sweetest little bunny head ever. Oh, a little hat would be cute. You're right. A monocle. Oh, that's cute. Oh, the accessories are cute. Cute ideas. Evil Agumon. Kind of like that, yes. Oh, monocle is cute. You're right. How would I draw one? I'm trying to think how a monocle looks like. Do you want a monocle? Is that what you want? Let me see where the string... Oh, monocles are usually hung onto the ear? Sometimes? Like the string goes behind the ear? I'm trying to think what the string is for, even. What is the string for? Where does it go? A lot of these monocles, the strings are just going somewhere random. Where's the string next to the monocle supposed to go? I'm not understanding what it's for. The string. It goes into the breast pocket. Oh, really? Huh. Got it. Oh, and the razor. It's weird, right? Because where's this gonna go? Where's it just gonna go? It's just gonna fall down. It's just going to be like this. Like, what's keeping it up? What keeps it on your face? How do monocles stay on your face? Huh. How do they stay on your face? I'll have to tie it around one of the ears, like this. It's just levitation magic. The whimsy. A wig. Two monocles is just glasses. A top hat would be cute, but then you have ears, so it's complicated, you know? It's kind of complicated, I feel. A bow tie would be so cute, you're right. Okay, we're starting to add too much accessories, don't you think? Don't you think we should calm down on the accessories? Do you think we should calm down? Abiyama, thank you so much for the a Victorian felt hat. How would I draw a hat with the ears? I'm very...そうよね。鼻がないからかける場所がない。魔法だよ。just a little hat, like... Oh, wait, different color. A purple hat. A red hat? No. That's not quite right. How do I make my brush thicker? I don't know how to use. Ah, here. You look like the Monopoly man. It's like the it's like the Monopoly man. This is fine. Do you like your hat? The Monopoly man doesn't have a monocle, really? Is that true? What the? I thought he had a monocle this whole time. Really? Huh. Red bow tie. You're like Meitante Conan. It's good. He did at one point. Oh, that's a Mandela effect thing? Really? Really? Oh, wow. I did not know that. Huh. The Euro Monopoly one does on Monopoly Junior. Oh, really? Monopoly... man. Oh my gosh. He doesn't. He has a mustache. Oh, he does in the old version. Yeah, there's a version where he does have a monocle. Yeah. No, I see versions of him with the monocle. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just color it in a little bit, but just to show, this is the color of the mana stone. And then... I'll use like a lighter gray color. Why not? Lighter gray color. The hat. Ah. Oh, there's a hole. Okay, here. Roberto, thank you so much for the tip. We need some sort of limbs to help fight the Order of the Silver Cross. How about Mixo? We're just adding. Oh, now we're just adding. You know what? You know what? Okay, because you're a floating head, like a cute, you know, first evolution of a Digimon. That's my inspiration. Okay. That means that your head can, in fact, put on any kind of suit you like. You could put on a regular suit, you could put on a Gundam suit, you could put on any Transformer mech suit, anything that you want, okay? So you're like a Barbie head that could put on any kind of outfit that you would like. So you could be whatever you want to be. Yes, you can be a Gundam. You can be whatever you would like to be. Anything. Comedically evil. Yes. Yes, good. It'd give you a mustache. But the mustache will look like a fake mustache if I give you one. I'll give you one now just so you can see what it looks like. What does the Monopoly Man mustache look like? Okay. Let's not. Let's not. Yeah, no. You can wear it. You can wear it if you feel like it, but I think it's better without it. The Pringles guy. That's right. You're supposed to be a cute little bunny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me show you. If I Miffify you without the evil eyes, here's what you look like, okay? If you're more traditionally cute. Oh my gosh, look at you. I don't know. I think it loses the personality, doesn't it? I think it was better before. Definitely better before. Evil eyes had charm. Yeah. Undo, undo. Yeah, this is better. This actually looks less evil. This is better. Yeah. It gives you character, indeed. Alright, this is a draft. This is a draft. I could try and get a refined version in the future. There. Nice. 真実はいつも一つ. And save my work, you're right. Allow me to do that. Let me just save the work. Aristocrat draft. There. Alright, I saved it. I've saved it. Yeah. Positively malicious, yes. Just as I intended. I was going to say just as God intended, but that's me. Just as Malice intended. You are perfect the way you are, malicious. Very adorable, I'd say. Dapper. With a hat and a bow tie, yes. Continue your Conan watch through sometime? Yes, please do if you do. Just as Evermore intended, I am a creator, yes, of Malistocrats. The Malistocracy, a group of elite hikers. They really enjoy trekking. They enjoy trekking the mountains of Verlis. In particular, the iconic mountains of Mount Evermore. In similar icon status as Mount Fuji. Yes. Hitting the peaks of Evermore is a great interest of the Malistocracy. Their life's passion, if you may. So true. That's right. This is a dream. Mm-hmm. Alright. I have had a lot of this raspberry latte drink in my hand. So I am going to need to have to stabilize some mana as my mana has become unstable. So I'm going to be right back with you. Oh my, actually, where's my stuff? Oh, here. What the? I'm going to be right back with you. Be right back. Uh. There I am. Hello. I am back. I got myself a refill of my drink, so I hope you're ready. Phase 2 of night watching. Fending off the shadows. We're going to have to power up as the night gets deeper. As we get deeper into the night, yes. Phase 2 of the boss fight. It's gotten quite cool over here. It's weird, we didn't really get a middle ground here. It was, you know, the middle of summer, it was really hot, and then suddenly it's really cold, so there was really no chance to wear those like cute spring jackets, you know, that. I have these like, I have this cute not leather. It's a cute jean jacket. But you know, jean jackets are just like medium cold jackets. They're like spring and autumn jackets. But now it's already too cold. It was immediately too cold for my jean jacket that I've been looking forward to wearing. But I got to wear it for 1 week and then it's already too cold for it. So I'm actually very upset. They are offering no warmth, but also it's too hot for the summer, so I basically can't wear it. Yeah, I have to wear it with a thermal layer, exactly. It's gotten really cold all of a sudden. The temperature here, it's like 10 degrees Celsius, 11 degrees, 10 degrees Celsius-ish, sort of cold. Cold. Right now. Yeah. 10 degrees Celsius is what? Like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe? Yeah, it's cool for just the start of November. It's quite cool, yeah. Yeah, we just don't have the middle season at all. It just went straight from 30 degrees to 11 degrees. Like, they never stopped at 20. Yeah. I really wish there was more longer seasons with more of the medium temperatures. But, you know, alas. The jean jacket with very warm inner lining? I guess so. The weather here is roller coaster yesterday, 18 and now 12. It's usually around that much of a roller coaster in Japan. I would say it's like well, for example, right? Tomorrow it will be 8 degrees at night, the coldest, and then 16 degrees during the day. So that's pretty normal here. That kind of difference is quite normal. So you really have to be careful at night. It jumped from summer to chilly for me. Yeah, same here. I feel like fall was just gone all of a sudden. Which means, doesn't that mean that I need to be already checking for fall foliage? Autumn leaves. When are autumn leaves coming? Guess we have to see. I thought it might be early this year, but turns out it's not. Third forecast announced on November 4th, so that's today. Okay, the timings are still normal, actually. 10 to 17 in southeastern EU. Jean jackets with the wool lining. So net. Cold weather, yeah, I prefer cold weather, but it's just the sudden change was so fast that I still had my summer closet out and I didn't have time to put away all my summer clothes and swap out for the winter stuff. So now my closet is sort of like half-half and it's weird. Cold is easier to dress for. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. It's easy to put on a nice jacket and just run with it. Oh, autumn leaves are coming. Oh. In Japan, it's usually like November, December. I think the big cities like Tokyo and Osaka get their autumn leaves in early December, actually. So it's usually, if you ask me the best time to come to Japan, I would say early December because of that. It's cooler and the autumn leaves are very pretty at this time. Yeah, I'm not using a heater actually because in my streaming room, my PC is quite hot, and then if I close the door, it's quite warm in here with my PC as my heater. どんどん寒くなるよ。そうね。Peak leaf season right now. Oh, it must be so beautiful. I do love autumn leaves. Spring is also quite chilly usually. Still the remnants of autumn. Remnants of winter. Late December for a colder comic get. Yes, my PC is my heater. Indeed. Leaves are already fallen down here due to strong winds, but it's trying to be summer. So, I already have autumn leaves for a while. Autumn leaves don't spawn here until late November, early December. But if you go to the colder parts of Japan, like more northern, then I think mid-October to late October is like the timing for that. So yeah. Yeah, early November would have been early, like now would have been the Migoro time to see it. Actually, I think I disabled my bangs physics because I didn't like that they moved on their own. So it used to be that the part around where my hair accessory is on my head, it would like wobble on its own when I moved, and I thought that was very jello-like. I didn't like that, so I have it disabled. Yeah. I thought, you know, it's like clipped to the side, it should not move, but it moved. It had its own physics, and I disabled that. Yeah. And the color scheme, thank you. Hair movement is great. You mean the lack of movement? I do not have a bald toggle, no. Yeah, it rarely snows here. Almost never. If so, if maybe once a year, if we do. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you something I didn't show you before. I had... Oops. This highlight off toggle looks like I'm mad. It removes the light in my eyes. Yes, and I have you probably haven't seen this, so you know how I have the curly hair, and in my reference you see a version of me with the straight hair too? I actually do have a straight hair toggle, but you can't really see it unless I remove the skirt. Yeah. It's a toggle, it's a version of the hairstyle that makes it easier for artists to draw, I think. Just because I think the curly hair can be a handful. Although I think normally I prefer the curly. Yeah. I like that they also made the curly shorter. The straight is longer, as it should be. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm showing you my 3 arms. Excuse me. Excuse me, my extra arm for my coffee is important. I'm a woman of many hands. What can I say? Yes, but only 2 legs, unfortunately. Just some magic tricks, indeed. Just the usual. Let me add back the light in my eyes. Yeah. Oh, you would like a 3rd leg? Huh. This chat has some interesting interests. A 3rd leg and a 3rd arm? Huh. Yes, I only have 2 legs. Oh, I see. You guys are referring to something else. I was genuinely saying like a 3rd arm, like I have right now, and a 3rd leg, like an actual leg. But it seems you all just have a dirty mind. I was genuinely talking without actual legs. And I was like, why is everybody freaking out? Trying to figure out. Why is everybody freaking out? I see. I just thought people like had interest in extra limbs, which was very weird. Very weird. Very strange interests. Like horse girls, yeah. Horse girls or like minotaurs or like weird half animal character things, like those sorts of things. Yeah, I don't know. I thought like a tripod. Yeah. You know how the so on Twitter, right? So the baseball player Otani is very popular here in Japan, where to the point where every corner you turn, there's an advertisement with him on it. So everywhere you go, he's there staring at you. And they just won the what is it? The Worlds. They just won something. The Dodgers won something, and they beat the Canadians or something. I don't know too much about baseball. But all I ever see the Super Bowl, all I ever see about this is about how Otani is built like a refrigerator, is what all the comments are saying in Twitter. Is that true? The tripod build made me think of the refrigerator build, like if you're built like an object. They won the Super Bowl, I see. Yeah. They won the sports ball. I don't know too much about Earth sports balls. But, yeah. It's because he has a small head, really. Go sports ball, yeah. And they won the ball. I see. It's what I've been seeing in the Twitter comments underneath those tweets regarding this. It's about him being like a refrigerator. The hole-in-one was wild, indeed. I'm sure. Hole-in-ones in sports baseball. You hit the wall with a stick, and the Dodgers are really good at hitting the ball with that stick. That's good to know. Mortal stick balls on Earth. Mortals have interesting pastimes regarding sport. I cried when he landed the three-pointer from the half court. Oh dear. Or when he did the touchdown, is that what? When he did the touchdown on his own. Jumped over all of the opponents. Yeah. Or when he did the three-pointer. Oh yeah, let's use other channel emotes here, of course. I mean, there's nothing I can do to ban you from doing it, so yes you can. See the hockey? They were doubting him before the game, why? Three-pointer into the home plate. When he took the ball to the face and shrugged it off, oh dear. It's like Quidditch, I guess, yes. Similar to that. Yakyu yori yakiniku. They carried the hand egg and danced the dance of our people. Or when he skated across the whole court to do a slap shot into the goal. The 50-yard line. Oh dear, I'm beginning to not know any of these sporting references that you speak of. Yeah, the talk の質。そうね。Some streamers ban chatters for using other channel emotes. Really? That seems unsustainable. It doesn't seem like something you should or could do because that's literally what Twitch is about. Weird. That's strange. It's just banning chatters for chatting. Weird. Oh my. He was in a slump all season. I see. Interesting. Huh. The spike in the final quarter. Not all channels have that role. It is an isolated case. So, net. You've never seen that happen. Yeah, me too. I've never. Against the rules because of gossip. That's weird. I understand, like, the not mentioning other streamers unless they're brought up rule. But to be honest, I'm also quite lenient on that because I am part of a company and I know you've known the other streamers of the company a lot longer than you've known me. So honestly, I'm quite lenient on that sort of thing. Yeah, but my thing is, like, if I think you're trolling on purpose or saying mean things on purpose, then I'm the type of person to not issue any warning. I'll just disappear the troll in chat. So one day you'll just find yourself gone. That's how I have done it. Yeah, but I feel like I can sort of tell the intent usually, so I'm quite lenient even on people who are clearly role-playing as My Little Pony characters on different accounts and typing as if they are ponies in the chat. Like, they're clearly the same person, but they're pretending to be different ponies. I'm okay with that. I think it's rather funny. Actually, but if I can sense malicious intent, which I normally can, so role-playing as ponies is okay, but being clearly malicious is not. Yes. Yes. Has that happened? Maybe. It's not that I like it, but I find it amusing. If you're really hardcore roleplay, it's funny to me. Other chatters will find it cringe, but I think it's really funny. It's like, it's stupid funny. As long as it doesn't overtake the chat, it's okay. Like, if not every comment is that, then it's that's a little. If it's occasionally, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I accept it as a part of being on the internet. I think the cringe is fine. Yep. And that's just an example. Yeah. I'll accept the level of cringe and kiddish behavior. Yeah. Yeah. If you could take over the chat with your 5 MLP ults. Ah. It's funny. I just think about being the person who's doing it. It's funny, isn't it? It's so stupid. What state of mind do you have to be in to do that? No, I'm not saying be a pony, because it has to be genuine. You have to just be, like, it has to come from the heart. Like, I can tell if you're doing it for attention, okay? But if it comes from the heart, I can tell you're just a real pony. Yeah. One trick pony. I'm cheering also as I watch the stream. I can detect the real horses. Oh no, don't let this be the encouragement to have more ponies in chat. Please don't. It was just funny when it was completely uninvited, I think. That's like, why are there ponies in every stream? And even if you ban them, the new ones will come. There'll be new ponies next time. It never stops. Yeah. It never ends, indeed. They just like horsing around, and indeed. When Umamusume was like getting very popular with their English release, I got really into watching. Okay, I didn't play the game. Oh, I just noticed that the wait, there's like a line on my stream. Oh, are? Oh, sometimes it. Oh, wait. Okay, I know why. This should remove it. Okay. So when Umamusume was very popular, I actually never played the game, but I watched horse videos on YouTube, like the videos of the actual horses. I was really interested in like gold ship videos and like similar real horse videos on YouTube. I watched like quite a bit of it. Yeah. Gold ship is such a personality. What an amazing personality on a horse. I liked watching the videos a lot. Yeah, the old ones. It's very, very cute. Yeah. Yeah, I just skipped the horse girls. I wasn't interested in the anime horse girls. I wanted to watch the real horses. I wanted to see the real personalities that they were based off of. I thought it was very cute and funny. You quit Umamusume because of Gold Ship. Oh my. Yeah. Anime is quite good. I think I saw a few episodes of it, but I didn't finish it. I just have trouble focusing. Yeah. So ne? The gacha game is a free-to-play wall. I see. I have never played it myself. I can't really do so many games. Honestly, I don't play gacha games like frequently because I don't like doing dailies. So like recently I was only forced to log in to Genshin to play it every day because they had an event that let you get a free constellation of like any selected character that you wanted. So in order for me to get a specific constellation that I wanted, I was forced to play 8 weeks. Was it 8 weeks? 8 weeks of 5 Genshin dailies a week. And that was torture. I actually completed it like just the other day, but that was torture and I never want to play dailies ever again. I will never log in again to play dailies ever. So I can't play other gacha games. Never. I can't. I hate dailies. I can't. Yeah. I'm embarrassed to say you got your C1 Hu-Tao. Congrats! I'm embarrassed to say I now have a C5 Tartaglia. Embarrassed to say that I'm off meta and I have a C5 Tartaglia and I'm ready to C6 the next time he's back on the banner. I don't Yeah, I'm very off meta, indeed. Yes. Yes, I would never do dailies ever again. hopefully when we're in the relevant chapter in Sneznaya, his banner will come back and I'll get the C6 finally after how many years? I mean, it's C5 now and it's been 5 years, so it's only been one constellation per year, so honestly, it's been a very easy, slow spend. Yeah. Yeah, the dailies are quite draining. I mean, there's a lot of like ways to do dailies now that don't include actually doing the dailies, but because I'm not also advancing the story at the same time, I had to do the dailies. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not doing it ever again. No way. I can't. It's too much dailies. I realize it's too much. Yeah, I don't have the signature weapon actually. I use what do I use? Ah! I don't remember what weapon I have. I think I replaced the Skyward Harp. I used to have the Skyward Harp, but I replaced it, maybe. I don't remember, though. Maybe? Yeah. I do have a Skyward Harp keychain, though. I have it with my keys. You quit the game, oh dear. Yeah, I just don't like doing the dailies, so you can only skip the dailies by spending all of your resin if you did enough exploration points or something like that. Hakuro, thank you so much for the tip. You know you can get free Tartaglia now. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's not true. How can that be? There's no way. Really? No way. That's fake. Yeah, I actually built, well, during the 8 weeks I was doing dailies, I built the Mizuki that I got for free. And then, but she kind of sucks. I don't know, I don't like that she has to be on field, so I don't like her that much. I built my, shoot, what's her name? Water Archon. What's her name? I built the Water Archon, though. Furina, yeah, Furina. I built Furina. She's good. I built her. I love her design, by the way. She's like my favorite design in Genshin behind Navia. Navia is my favorite. I like her Ojo-sama look very much. She's my favorite. And then Furina is second. I think I just like the girls who look like Ojo-sama, maybe. They're so cute. I love them. The two of them look like... They look rich. I don't know. Their outfits. Navia, though, I don't have her built. I have her, but I don't have her built because her materials, you have to swim, and I don't want to swim. I hate swimming. Swimming is my enemy. So I don't have her built. Yeah, I enjoyed her quest, yeah. Mavuika? She's not good on field, right. I think she's more of a sub DPS? Yeah. Yeah. 3 days in co-op trying to get all of her mats? Oh my. I also just never go to co-op too. I don't like playing with other people. She can be full DPS? I see. Yeah. You don't need to swim with Kokomi. Ah. No, I mean, you need to be underwater to get the mats for Navia, because that's what Fontaine is like, the water area. You have to be in the water because you have to be underwater. Looking forward to Not Cry. Actually, nobody so far. I don't love any of the designs yet. Maybe the moon girl? Columbina is kind of cute. I like the robot girl. Wait, not Inefa, but the other one. The other one that has a robot. That's in the... I'm so name blind. I'm sorry. The little girl from Sandrone. Yes, Sandrone. I don't remember names ever. Yeah, Sandrone. So many robot girls in Not Cry. Sandrone is so cute, yes. Maybe I just like braids. Sandrone has braids, right? Am I correct? Oh, she doesn't! Oh, I thought she had braids. Well, she is kind of like, no, she doesn't. She's kind of a Ojo-sama-ish. Like a young Ojo-sama as well. I think I just like this kind of character. Yeah. She's so cute, yeah. Oh, Vaka and Alice are coming out soon. That's true. Yeah, I'm hoping one day maybe they'll give Diluc a design update because his face is messed up even from the start. Yeah, Sandrone is so cute to me. I love her. I also really like, I think similar characters with this kind of personality. Very cute. Yeah. Pizza Ski, thank you so much for the tip. 1104, the good Oshi, ii Oshi no hi. So, it's almost over. Good night, Malice-sama. Good night. 50 minutes until ii Oshi no hi is over. You know, I found out about ii Oshi no hi, I mean, today, because I was scrolling my Twitter feed, and then there was an ad for Visa cards in Japan. And they were advertising one of their like image characters. I don't know. It's like an idol group or like a VTuber or something, and I didn't really notice. I only saw ii Oshi no hi and I was like, oh. And then that's how I found out. It was a Visa card ad in Japan talking about ii Oshi no hi, and then later I saw that Domino's Japan made a VTuber asset of like eating pizza. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up. That was rather interesting. I was going to try to use it to make a post, but then I didn't end up doing that. Oh, there we go. The pizza hand. Yeah, I'll save it. And then... move my teacup. And then there was hand eating a pizza there. This was released by Domino's. And then you can kind of just... Okay, it doesn't really fit that well. But kind of like this. So they released like a VTuber asset. He has a free Domino's asset from Domino's Japan for ii Oshi no hi. Like that, yeah. Yep. So it's been interesting to see companies doing like VTuber related things, like releasing an asset. I mean, it's good because that means that people will quote retweet it and maybe use the asset themselves. So it's a way to farm engagement for them, I guess. Free advertising. Indeed, yeah. Yeah, I am a little bit allergic to shrimp. It gives me hives. If I take some antihistamines, I'm better, but I usually avoid shrimp where I can. If it's just like a pure shrimp. If it's like shrimp taste items, I'm okay actually, because I think the shrimp content is not enough. But if it's straight up shrimp, then I will get hives. Yeah, I think shrimp and lobster give me that, but not crab. Yeah. I'm not definitely allergic. I'm not like BB where she eats a little bit of dairy and it's not like the stomach ache kind of lactose intolerance. Like her kind of allergy to milk is like her throat closes up and she dies type of allergy. Like it's different from getting a stomach ache from it, from not being able to digest it. She has a different kind of allergy to it. Yeah. So just to explain, like yeah, it's not like the mild one where you have to go to the bathroom after. It's not. It's like a seafood allergy where you die. Yeah. So she is very careful. It's actually very difficult to find a good place to eat with her because so many things secretly contain lactose, actually. I didn't know about this until later. Like, so many things that you think wouldn't include milk actually has dairy in it, so it's very strange. Like, I don't know, like fried chicken batter, for example. Sometimes they will put milk into it, like they'll use milk batter or something like that here. Yeah, and also, like, Japanese, like, people in general are not very allergy aware. So, like, sometimes you'll go to, like, a restaurant, you'll say, oh, I'm allergic to dairy. Like, she says, oh, I'm allergic to dairy. And then they'll be like, does this food have dairy in it? And then the waiter says, yes, it has dairy. It has almond milk. And then people here just think almond milk is the same as cow milk and it's also dairy. So the level of understanding of, like, food groups is very low, it seems. Like, what exactly is dairy? Yeah, this is a real interaction that happened one time when we went to a cafe and we tried to order something. And she always asked, like, does it have, like, milk or dairy? And then the waiter said, yes, it has milk. It has almond milk. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I think it's just not common for people to ask these things here. Like, these types of allergies, like nut allergies and milk allergies, are not super common for them to be, like, I think, serious enough to ask at a restaurant. So I think it just doesn't come up. So people's awareness are quite low. It's quite low. Yeah. So I've known people who have, like, nut allergies who come to Japan and I think have a very hard time with allergies because, like, a lot of things don't state that it has nuts. Yeah, but they do. そう、アレルギーに優しくない。特に豆系のアレルギーはなんか入っているのなんか書いてないからね。たまに。Yeah. Lactose-free milk can be more rare in the East. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I think it's like people just don't... They're not severely allergic, so they don't really care. Yeah. And yeah, even like my shrimp, like allergy, like slight allergy to shrimp is quite rare here. So like, they'll be like, oh, you're allergic to shrimp? Like, it's like weird here. Yeah, it's quite... like, it's not a common thing to have. Yeah. So like, only like very nice restaurants will let you say, hey, I would like the item to not have the shrimp. And then with some restaurants, sometimes they'll say, oh, we can't substitute the ingredients, unfortunately. But sometimes if you eat like sushi and they substitute out the shrimp, they actually usually substitute it out for something I liked better anyways. Like sometimes they'll substitute it out for scallop or like just like a better fish. And it's like, yes, thank goodness for my allergy. It's like, I feel like I got the better plate, you know? Like me and my whole family at a Japanese restaurant, and I'm the one who gets the substitute, and I got a better plate, I feel. Yeah. So that's the good thing about it, I'd say. Yeah. Gluten-free is not common, no. Yeah, I actually did have a coworker who was allergic to gluten, but also rice. She was allergic to gluten and rice, so she couldn't eat anything. She could eat like meat and vegetables. Oh, and she can eat potatoes. That's the only carb she can eat is potatoes, basically. Yeah. Yeah. じゃがいもだけは OK だよ。 So rice allergy, gohan allergy, and gluten allergies. No pasta, no bread. But potatoes, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't envy people who can't eat rice. Yeah, I think she was just straight allergic. It was it was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, my first time hearing somebody have a rice allergy too. It's rare. I've never seen that before, but yeah. Meh. Aru aru nono kana? I wonder if it's something people have. Not really. 料理好きなのにね。Yeah. Canceling most of the dishes in Japan. That's true. Yes. Yeah. お米アレルギー初めて聞いた。そういう人一回会ったことあるよ。日本で。Yeah. Yeah, rice is a staple in Japan. Asian rice allergy. That's what she was, yeah. It's a very strange allergy to have, indeed. Yeah. She was an Asian woman with a rice allergy, yeah. Yeah, it was my first time seeing somebody with that, for sure. And yeah, no sushi, indeed. Yeah, I think all forms of rice, yes. I think she's just, I don't know what exactly she's allergic to, but no rice and no gluten. The atmosphere would just kill her. Just the air. Yeah. Be an Italian and allergic to pasta? That might be possible, right? Surely there are other Italian dishes besides pasta. You can lose or gain allergies as you age up. That's true. That's true. I think one day I was using these store-bought like moisturizers, like for skincare, and then one day I woke up and I was allergic to all of my skincare. Like I suddenly was like breaking out and like getting itchy spots on my skin, and then I had to buy like I had to like try and error. I don't know what I was allergic to, but I had to try and error a lot of different like moisturizers. I had to spend money buying different moisturizers, figure out what I wasn't allergic to. In the end, I had to use Hatomugi for a bit, like the purple skin conditioner brand. It's good stuff. But it's like a very cheap drugstore brand that you can get. I could only find this one that I wasn't allergic to for a bit, so I used this for a bit until I found other things I wasn't allergic to. But this is the only thing I could use for a little bit. Although this is good though, if you ever come here and you want to buy cheap, good skincare. Yeah. Hatomugi 使ってる。ある日全部アレルギーだったから、これだけ使えたの。Yeah. Like all the brands that say it's for sensitive skin, at the time I was allergic to. So I don't believe that for sensitive skin marker anymore, because I was definitely having very sensitive skin, and then I was allergic to all of the for sensitive skin like skincare except for this purple Hatomugi one. Yeah. そう、敏感肌のスキンケア全部使えなかったの。Yeah, only for some sensitive skin except for mine. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't mean hypoallergenic. そうね。Yeah, it was crazy because I thought like I was fine, and then one day I was allergic to everything. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know what ingredient it was, but it was like triggering something in my skin. I think now I've gotten a bit better. Like I'm a little less sensitive now, but there was a period where everything was like too much for me, and it was making parts of my skin swell. Yeah. But there wasn't anything I could do. I had to try and error because like I don't know what I was allergic to. ハトムギいっぱい使えていいよね。うん、そう。安いから、うん。いっぱい使えるの。いや。そうね。You test before full application is hard though. Sometimes the testers don't have anything in them, or I'm a little bit like I don't know, skittish about testers at like stores because I don't know, especially if it looks kind of weird. Like I don't know what other people have done with the testers, and so I feel like it's kind of gross. So I don't want to use the tester. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd rather just like, you know, as the youngsters say, take the L and buy it, and if it doesn't work, then well, it doesn't work. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes some testers look kind of gross and I don't want to try them. Especially for wet makeup, like lipstick, there's no way. I'm never using a lipstick tester. And the only ones that maybe are okay are like moisturizers. Maybe I'll put it on my hand. But the thing is, testing it on your hand is not the same as testing it on your face, because I think your face is more like sensitive. So, but you don't want to just put the tester on your face at the store, right? So yeah, I don't know. Testing it on your hand is different. Yeah. Like a hand skin is not going to react the same way as your face. Yeah. Yeah. Behind your ear? I see. Yeah. So ne? More sensitive. Like thinner skin. Oh, especially the skin under your eye, I hear. Yeah, so I usually just cut my losses. Yeah. If I really want that item, I'll buy it and then cut my losses. Yeah. Autumn foliage. Oh, apparently yellow foliage versus autumn red foliage is different dates. So autumn yellow ones are earlier and then red ones are later. Interesting. Yellow leaves in Tokyo November 27th, and then red leaves in Tokyo December 2nd. So not quite yet. We still got another month to go, but yeah. Oh, speaking of, oh, that's right. It's already been over a week since debut. It's a week and 2 days. Wow, time flies. You know, right before debut, I was actually telling the other Saga girls, like, you know, I can't believe that we're debuting soon and then we have to stream, like, every day, every other day or so. After that, I just can't imagine it. And here I am doing that, so, it's weird to be here now. You know, I wasn't doing that before, so... and then suddenly I'm back here doing this, like, every day. It's been interesting. It's been a change, but I've been enjoying it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying it for sure. I am liking it so far. I'm actually really glad to be here. Yeah, and I'm glad that, you know, the community has been very kind. I think you've all been very, very welcoming, and I've had a very wonderful time here. So far, I've really enjoyed it so far, yeah. And I'm glad that it seems like you've enjoyed being here as well. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope you've been enjoying all of the Face Saga streams. Yeah, we're all every day working hard to, you know, figure out what to do next and try to have a good time with everybody. Try to do our best and I think live up to the great nandaro, the great footsteps of our senpai who have built this path for us. I think that's very important to acknowledge. I think I can't be here with all of you here as well if not for the amazing senpai who have paved this path for us. I think it's very, very important to, I think, understand that. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for everybody for being so kind, and all of the senpai have also been very, very kind. Yeah, it's been a really wonderful time so far, so I'm glad. Yeah. That's right. I do have something cooking for my birthday in a couple of months. I was actually surprised because even before debut, I already received surprise like art that's supposed to be for my birthday, and I was like so I'm sure you're going to be so surprised when you see it. Absolutely gagged, like surprised, like me when you see the art for my birthday. Yep. So please look forward to it. I think you're gonna look forward to it. Yes, I think you'll enjoy it. You're gonna be like when you see the art, just like me. To be fair, when I was first shown my countdown art, and by the way, I'm the only one in Face Saga, I didn't realize this until later, but I'm the only one in Face Saga whose countdown art wasn't drawn by my mama. My countdown art is drawn by the same artist who did my opening screen. But the first time I saw my countdown art, I was like... I think my gifts were just so emphasized in that art. It was very surprising for me. Oh my gosh, Saibo Amario, thank you so much for the large tip. This will be a very, very big contribution to the energy vault, and I really appreciate you for it. Thank you so much. It may not have been much time since the debut, but it feels like so much has happened. I really enjoyed and had a lot of fun watching and listening to you, and I'm looking forward to what the future will bring. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This has me very, very energized, so I must let out some of the aura. I must let out some of the mana via my aura right now. Thank you so much. Yes, I was very surprised by the art, my countdown. Yeah, even I was surprised. Yeah. I'm sure everybody was. It was a very emphasized piece of art. With very nice angles. Yes. Yeah. I was actually going to use it more zoomed out for my ASMR thumbnail, but then I thought that YouTube might you know, debuff my stream and not show it to people in their recommended because of the large emphasis. So I decided to crop that out and just show the face. I know they don't like because I know like if you just look at Faye's official account on YouTube and you look at all of the community posts they did during our countdown, my post on YouTube was very debuffed. Like you look at the number of likes, YouTube didn't show the post to a lot of people on YouTube because of the composition of the art. So I know that YouTube doesn't like this art, so I had to crop it out. Yeah. If you compare the number of likes between all the different countdown pictures that were posted on the YouTube community, go look at it if you have time. You'll see that mine was severely debuffed because of the buffs. Yeah. I think it worked out on Twitter, but YouTube didn't like it, so I can't really use it for a thumbnail properly. Hmm. Yeah, it was too powerful indeed. Yeah, you got all of them recommended except for mine. See, yeah. Mine was posted but not recommended to people's feeds. Because I was too buffed. Yeah. So yeah. So for the ASMR, I thought about it and I cropped it out myself. So, yeah. A demonetized actual version, a censored version that is monetized because of Hina. You know, I actually love Hina's design so much. I think it's so cute. I've always thought it was so cute. Yeah. Just a necessary evil. Discrimination against big personality. Yeah. I can see it. I just have too nice of a personality. I needed to be nerfed for YouTube. I'm sorry. I will hide my personalities more in the future. You got recommended to me here on Twitch, so I guess a difference in taste. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I get recommended and stuff on Twitch. That's nice. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Not a very good Twitch user. For me, shoutouts are a relatively foreign thing, so I don't really like do it. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for the raid. Yeah. You say I need to keep my personality? Alright. Well, I'm glad you like my personality. You sure? You sure? Hmm? 本当かな本当かなYeah. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know that. Glad to know that. Well, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to being able to do just like community membership streams. I want to play like what is it? The that penguin sledding game that's kind of like Fall Guys. Maybe we could do games like that, or like those golf community games. I like golf too. Golf with friends. We could do all of that together in members, and then you know, I really want to do there's gonna be a separate tier for ASMR. Yes, Fast Penguin. We could play Fast Penguin. Or Fall Guys too, of course. And we could do Golf with Friends. And yeah. The intention for me is to have first tier be community games and membership streams. Second tier is also ASMR. So I'll most likely do one membership stream and one ASMR stream a month. Yeah. And then just because Sakana requires it, and it's like part of the pattern of how this works, there's gonna be a third tier, but there's actually nothing on the third tier. It's just a feeling. It's just a, you know, extra energy deposits tier. Otherwise, I would just have 2 tiers. But staff was like, no, you either do 1 tier or you do 3 tiers. And I was like, okay. Yeah. The classic system. No 2 tiers, apparently. Yeah. Third is the I'm rich tier. So don't feel pressure to be there. You only need to be in any of the other tiers to get the other items. Yep. Oh, just a $500 tier 4? Is that real? Really? That sounds crazy. Really? Oh my. Hyper energies tier. That's crazy. Really? Whoa, as a meme. Eh. Oh dear. Oh my. Yeah. A tier 4? $100? She disabled it after someone bought it. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, wait, she kept it because someone bought it? Which one is it? I'll see, but I don't think I'll try to do excessive tiers for now. Yeah. For me, it'll only be normal membership tier, where you get all your emotes and you get the community games. And then the ASMR tier, only because I know some people don't care for ASMR, so that's going to be a separate tier. And then everything else, yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's where I'll put my ASMR. And yeah, it is because I don't want YouTube to mark me as an ASMR only channel and then stop recommending all of my other videos to people. It's a common trap of ASMR channels where YouTube will only recommend your videos if you do ASMR because it performs so well, and then they will literally never recommend anything else to people. It happens a lot, so that's why I want to keep it for members, because it's not that I have a deep dislike for doing it. It's more that I don't want it to feel like because I'm doing ASMR there are lots of people who are only here for that. I don't care for anything else. So I only want it to be more of a reward for like members who actually care for my other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we don't like ASMR tourists here who don't watch the other content. So acceptable discrimination. Yes, so it's only for members indeed. Yes. But exactly, like, I think if you're not too keen on ASMR, then you don't have to watch it at all, because it's not going to be, you know, taking up space in the regular content. So that's sort of, you know, cordoning it off a little bit. Yeah. This says stream is an ASMR. That is not true. That is not true. In that case, you need to hear the true power of ASMR chatting. I'm not really whispering or anything here. My voice makes it that way. We're not there yet. No, this isn't. No. Yeah. It definitely could be more sensitive. And the scheduled ASMR singing stream is free indeed. Yes, for this weekend. Yes. I'll use the 3DO. Normally, I prefer to use my matched pair mics for singing, but I'll use my 3DO just because I've advertised it as such in the title. Yeah. ASMR chatting would be too powerful. Yeah, I have a 3DO. I was going to yeah, my phase application, I wrote that I would try to do ASMR gaming, but I decided to sort of separate out those genres. I'm separating out those genres after all, you know. I'm not going to try and mix them. Yeah. Well, let's see how that goes. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, but for now, I'll be back on the Thursday Japan evening or Thursday morning, wherever you are. And I'll be playing another dice game. I love dice. Dice game, Astria, 6-sided oracles. Yeah, that's the game. So that should be a lot of fun. I played it once, I think, but I don't remember too much, so it'll almost be like a first playthrough for me, just because I remember nothing from the first time I played it. So I look forward to doing that, and then I'll be a bit busy with my anti-shadows task force tomorrow, but I will be seeing you similar time again on Thursday, so I look forward to that. And I hope you had fun chatting today. I hope we were able to get to know each other better. I was able to draw a little bit of a draft of you, what you would look like. So I'll be trying to refine that in the next week or so until membership opening. Morgan LaFew, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. Thank you for the stream today, Malice. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Who would have thought that giving you the Gengar, like, mischievous eyes actually would make you look less crazy than just giving you regular cute Sanrio dot eyes, huh? The Sanrio dot eyes weren't doing it. Yeah. So, yes. Thank you so much for joining me today. And allow me to zoom back to my normal pose. And I will see you again on Thursday. Arigato. Thank you for joining me. Mata ne. Mata ne. Bye bye. Bye bye.